Imagine one morning you wake up, pull back the curtains, and instead of the brilliant, blazing sun lighting up the sky, there hangs a massive glowing light bulb, suspended in space as if some cosmic electrician had swapped the very heart of our solar system with a household invention. At first glance, it might look quirky and even harmless, a whimsical replacement that still seems to shine, but very quickly the consequences of this swap would unfold in ways far stranger and more terrifying than anyone could imagine. The sun is not just a light source. It is a colossal nuclear furnace, burning hydrogen into helium and pouring out energy that sustains every form of life on Earth. A light bulb, no matter how gigantic, is nothing more than a fragile glass shell with a filament inside, glowing only because electricity flows through it. And here lies the first problem. Where would the electricity come from? The sun naturally produces about 3.8 septillion watts of energy every single second. That's more than a trillion times the power output of all human power plants combined. To power a bulb the size of the sun to the same brightness would require an energy grid bigger than the universe itself. Without that, our light bulb sun would dim to a faint, useless glow, like a nightlight in the cosmic void. From Earth, daylight would be no brighter than a street lamp in the distance. Shadows would stretch endlessly, plants would fail to photosynthesize, and the lush green forests of Earth would begin to fade within days. Temperatures would plummet almost immediately. The sun's heat is what keeps our planet a warm, life-friendly oasis. Without it, and with only the meager warmth of a light bulb that produces barely any heat compared to nuclear fusion, Earth would turn into a frozen wasteland. Within a week, average global temperatures would drop below freezing. Within months, oceans would begin to crust over with thick sheets of ice, and within a few short years, Earth would resemble a frozen snowball drifting silently through space. And let's not forget gravity. The sun is not just a light source, it is the anchor of our solar system. Its immense mass, over 330,000 times that of Earth, is what holds all the planets in orbit. A giant light bulb, no matter how oversized, would weigh next to nothing compared to the sun. The moment the swap happened, planets would no longer be tethered to their familiar paths. Earth would immediately drift into space in a straight line, breaking free of orbit, while Mars, Jupiter, and all the other planets would scatter like marbles tossed off a table. Our solar system as we know it would collapse, reduced to chaos in an instant. On Earth, the consequences would cascade faster than anyone could prepare for. Human civilization, dependent on sunlight for crops, weather patterns, and energy, would find itself in darkness and cold. People would huddle around artificial heat sources, burning fuel to stay alive. Massive greenhouses powered by artificial lamps might sustain a fraction of humanity for a while, but without the sun's energy, the long-term survival of life would be grim. The oceans, covered in ice, would hide liquid water deep beneath, but marine life would dwindle as food chains collapsed. Species after species would vanish until the planet's biosphere was reduced to a shadow of its former self. Psychologically, the disappearance of the sun would devastate humanity. The sun has always been a symbol of life, energy, and hope. Entire religions, mythologies, and cultures are built around its daily rising and setting. To replace it with a glowing bulb would not just destroy ecosystems, but would shatter the collective human spirit. Imagine looking up every day to see not a blazing star, but a fragile glass orb, faintly glowing, fragile enough that one collision with a comet could shatter it entirely. And that raises yet another problem: durability. The sun is billions of years old and will continue to burn for billions more. A light bulb, on the other hand, burns out in hours or days, maybe years if you're lucky. Even a giant, specially designed bulb would eventually blow its filament. What happens when our new sun flickers and dies? Earth would be plunged into pitch blackness, colder than Pluto, and humanity would not even have the illusion of light to cling to. In the end, replacing the sun with a giant light bulb is not just silly, it is a death sentence for our world. The sun is more than a lamp in the sky. It is the engine of life, the gravitational glue of the solar system, the heart of everything we know. Without it, Earth is nothing but a rock drifting through space, dark, frozen, and silent. And so, while it's fun to imagine the cosmos with a quirky twist of design, it's also a reminder that our sun, as ordinary as it seems compared to the infinite stars out there, is absolutely irreplaceable. A light bulb, no matter how big, could never come close. So next time you flip on a lamp in your room, be thankful it's not the only thing standing between you and the eternal night.